All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for Berserk, episode 11. Oh, that previous episode. Wow.
It was a thing that happened.
Rest in peace, Julius, Adonis. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Like, as far as just, everything suddenly going wrong, that's right up there. And in a lot of ways, it went really right for Griffith. Like,
yes,
he is
absolutely.
the leader of Midland's armies now.
He's getting close to the princess, and
he's getting very close to the princess. That whole speech and everything, the monologue.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it was fantastic.
Yep.
The thing I am kind of wanting to see here is that Griffith's setting out on this campaign.
Yes.
With the armies of Midland and such. How does the Band of the Hawk play in to their role as being like directly under Griffith, but a part of a massive army? Are they just another company?
They're basically...
Or are they like the vanguard, like the very important...
Well, it's the idea that, like, Griffith knows them and trusts them and knows how to, work with them and stuff. So, and they've seen battle, they have battle experience and everything, and they know how to do the tough missions, right? So that's kind of how at least when I first watched it, that was how I saw it being, of like, okay, this is my special squad, my special unit or whatever that I can send out to do the super important things that I want to make sure go right.
Well, the Band of the Hawk, in particular, Casca and Guts, they now know what Griffith considers to be a true friend.
That's right.
And I'm interested to see in how their kind of knowledge of that carries forward into future story content. I'm also really excited to see like how Guts in particular, I think, takes being back on the battlefield, having a knowledge of this stuff. But yeah, other thing is Griffith's stare down he did with the sniveling little spy, obviously. Yes. His little stare down there was just so good. His balls are like sucked into his stomach and just like nope. All right, guys, I'm excited to get into this. So without further ado, let's do it. All these noble
dudes.
Yep. All these not Griffiths. Feels bad, Casca. He has so many of those wrapped around his neck. There's no way any rogue arrows will kill him now. Oh, shoot.
Yeah.
This is serious. Forever and ever. Poor Casca.
I know.
Oh, man.
これは姫様にとって大切な品。やはり受け取るわけには参りません。だから戻して。
You so smooth, like you smooth, Griffith. Oh, and Casca's just in the dumps right now.
どうかご無事で、そこの騎士の方。はい。グリフィス様をどうかお守りください。はい。この身に変えましても。行くぞ。
Oh, just 2 words and a touch. He's quelled her worry and stress. But I guess love finds a way, so what are they gonna do? Oh, they are on the vanguard. Oh, okay. That's where a lot of the casualties happen. But they're invincible, right? They're invincible. You're shaking! Yeah, Griffith has to make sure that he doesn't wait for anyone else,
Everyone goes quiet.
Yeah, in some ways, white is not necessarily a sign of... Okay, he's got a good voice. I mean, we've heard his voice before, but I'm waiting for a dismay! Like a big one. Not
You're waiting
like,
for his eyebrows to become all bushy and
right. But I just wanted to bring up the idea that him being the white rider on the front of an army, you could almost look at that as being the pale rider. He is death, essentially.
Sure.
And being at the front of an army, there's some connotations there.
It could also be something where it's basically proudly showing how he is not bleeding.
I like it. Oh, all right. The battle. Here
Yep.
we go. Oh, that's some good looking armor.
Yeah,
wait. That's the guy. That's the derpy Korborowitz.
Yeah.
He's gonna talk about his battle tactics passed down the family for 500 years.
Group up and hit it till it died.
Ooh, what's wrong with
何で
Casca?
もない
Oh, Susumi! Yes! Yes! Oh! Alright! Now this is where the just brutality happens.
Oh, yeah.
Just pure chaos. Oh!
One-handing it like...
Just taking out 5 of them in a blink of an eye.
It's like, oh, you have plate armor? I'm sorry, was I supposed to care?
My 150-pound sword or something just doesn't care.
Swing it this way, I swing it that way.
I wonder how much, like, overhead stuff it'll show. Oh, who is it? Rickard! Yeah, good boy.
Because he is not going into that.
Okay, something is wrong with her. Like, actually... Like, this isn't just stress.
Yeah.
Whoa! This guy's huge! How is he this big? I've seen him before.
Yeah.
He doesn't look this big.
Elevation, maybe, or...
I guess. Oh, you're bringing it. Oh, you're gonna be this guy?
試してみるか
This is where he dies, I guess. Oh, no, you did not.
Yeah.
Oh, that's actually a really good way to rattle her, though. Ugh, nope. Oh, jeez, she's already dismounted. Get up.
His speed is gonna be like nothing, you know.
Right.
All that armor.
Like, ability in terms of super strong heavy assault knights. She's kind of fighting him like this for almost no reason.
Yep.
Oh, jeez.
Yep.
That trident's, serious
It's
deal.
nasty. Yep.
Yeah, Nani! Crap, wow.
Yep.
Is she gonna die here? No way. Come on, Casca, come on. Oh, this sicko. Well, if he leaves his back exposed, his army could be wiped out, and then he turns around and there's 20 guys there.
Yep. Just in case that wasn't clear and already implied.
Who's saving her? Oh, that's guts. With his big freaking sword. Yep.
Exactly.
Yeah, this isn't like you. What's going on? Oh, did he get a hit in?
Nobody managed to shove him and his horse back.
Wow. That's guts for you. Yeah, it's pretty stupid remarks, but hey, they're effective. If you talk about it being passed down, oh, okay, good. What? Oh my God, you idiot! It can pierce marble. Ultimate secret technique. Guns and simple. Ah, yes. Well done. Oh, wait, he's still alive. What the hell? Oh, finish him off! Come on! Yeah, it is. She might actually be sick. Oh, yeah, she might be. Oh, crap, she's by the edge. Oh, crap. No, guts. Okay, good. Oh my gosh. They had to make him look so pathetic and stuff. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Well, now I know that they're both gonna be okay, probably. But oh my gosh.
They're just, falling into water in heavy armor.
Yeah,
100 feet.
Yeah, very high height. With battles that big, there's no way the army defeats another army, like...
Completely. Yeah.
Like, they expend, like, 30% of their,
Right. And that would be, like, a very bloody,
That'd be a very bloody battle, yeah. All right. Did you get her? Okay, good.
Yeah. He got her.
Like, her
I had to
character
drop
has,
her and
her
leave
character
her in
has so much that I don't even care about the plot armor here. I'm like, please don't let her die.
And it's like they actually bring up the being in the water with the armor.
Oh,
like,
oh yeah. Yeah.
Like,
oh, they're not showing it because, yeah. He's got to
CPR.
this, yeah.
One of the many things Gambino taught him.
Yeah, but she's going to feel maybe a little bit vulnerable, you know? Like, because Guts doesn't seem to be the kind of person that would take advantage of her in any way. In Casca's life, I'm sure that she's had to deal with guys like that all the time.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh. Oh. Yeah, you're not doing so good either, buddy.
No.
Yeah, I guess she's sick. Like, or at the very least, just, like, the stress of the whole situation previously brought on the sickness.
Well, and, like, think about that. Like, having a situation where it's like, you need to go into battle, but it's like, oh, I have a fever. That's a problem.
Like, a fever in medieval times,
yeah,
it's serious.
Uh-huh.
Like,
oh,
you know,
yeah.
you're not getting antibiotics or anything like that. That's true. Be respectful, Guts. Be respectful. Yep. He's like... Okay, Guts. Oh, okay. He's basically just lying with her, not... Yeah, she's strong. She's got willpower. I mean... Oh, she was having her period. I gotcha. That makes... Yeah. That makes so much sense now. Okay, I was like, what happened? Yeah. Yes. Yes, it is.
かなり高い崖なんですが、下は川だったんできっと。キャスカの様子も変だった。捜索隊を出すなら急いだ方がいいぞ。
You cannot allow your personal feelings to get in the way.
Absolutely outrageous.
I get the logic of it. Ultimately, they're just two people, but yes.
Right. But these two guys probably wouldn't mind if Guts and Casca just died.
Right. You're going with that angle. Oh, okay. Even though they're obviously being sarcastic.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. Well, this is a situation. Wow.
Yep.
That's a very, very compelling shot in that, like, she is completely vulnerable. She has no one but him around, and he is doing everything that he can to keep her safe.
At the same time, they hate each other.
They hate each other.
Yeah.
Like, in a lot of ways, they don't really hate each other. They just extremely dislike. And it's more of that they can't see eye to eye. They don't understand each other.
Yeah.
So what this next kind of bit could be is them spending this time bare to each other.
Yeah,
like,
they're basically being forced to
try and understand each other. And like as far as Casca goes, she's got the most potential, I think, of all the characters of them all, really, because she's one that the plot doesn't really hinge upon, and yet she has very, very complex kind of feelings and such that aren't just love or loyalty or respect for Griffith.
Right.
It's like she's angry at Guts, and we don't know exactly why, but
she's got a bit of a grudge.
Right. Or at the very least, like, she deeply cares as a character, which is compelling, but we don't know what the details and how and why, all the ins and outs.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So this was kind of a simple episode.
Yes.
In that
big battle.
It's a big battle. Griffith has this kind of conversation with the princess that Casca overhears, and you really realize that this is kind of a beginning of like a Casca little segment of episodes, because Casca was given the primary kind of empathetic focus this entire episode.
Guts got almost no focus at all this episode.
Almost none at all, yeah.
Yeah.
Griffith got a little bit, but you could tell that Griffith's was primarily about showing the way that his dream causes other people to feel. Like, kind of that Casca is reacting to him going after what he is destined for, what he believes he must have and do.
Right.
So she is, of course, happy for him that he's getting what he's always wanted. She is also very, very sad in that this is not exactly what she wanted.
Right. She's seeing how how basically Griffith's dream is taking him farther away
from her. Great. Yeah. That was the most succinct, perfect way to put it. Yeah, because Casca's character is is kind of an enigma right now.
Yeah.
We know that she cares deeply about Griffith, and it's almost a sort of worship, if you will. Like it's so singular and devoted. It's almost obsessive, but you can tell that there's this part of it that's tempered and mature. Like it's had time to think about this kind of thing.
Exactly. It's not just some senpai, you know, kind of.
No, it's very serious, very, very hardened and true. So she makes for a great loyal soldier. Now the thing is because of the previous interaction with Casca and Guts watching Griffith talk about what it means for someone to be a true friend, I think they both realized that they're not really in that state, or at the very least,
or at least how far they might actually be from Griffith,
right? And it was also the angle of them looking up to him, the whole thing of equals, one being above and below,
totally not at all like
thematic, just foreshadowing and all that. So with Casca maybe realizing more and more how distant Griffith is from her, it's something that is just weighing on her heart, her soul, if you will. But Griffith being able to just kind of give her that, that shoulder bit and just be like, let's go. It's like, oh man, you're so smooth.
Right. Like,
and it's like, I don't look at it as dirty, like that he's like obviously manipulating these
but it's just one of those things of like, oh man,
you just feel for Casca.
Yeah.
So they did a great job at setting that up, and then they go into the battle, and we find out that the Band of the Hawk is the vanguard. They're getting some pretty serious bits there.
Yes.
And there were some little foreshadowing bits of potentially being death flags actually for Casca. And I was like, oh crap, maybe something bad will happen. And something bad did happen, but I think it's actually going to end up being good overall.
Because proximity and like time basically with the main character means good things.
Right. Like the kind of things that could come after this episode are many and incredibly brimming with potential. Like you've seen this show, okay?
Oh, yeah.
When you look at the battles and stuff in this show, I'm guessing that they're not really the thing that you go and look back and go, oh yeah,
no,
that's what makes this show so great.
It's like, I love the battles because I wish these kinds of battles were things that happened more in anime.
I agree.
Because they just don't.
Not nearly as much as they should.
Right. So I love them for the fact that they're there more than the execution. Because, granted, this show was made 20 years ago.
Right.
But I do love those. But yeah, when it comes right down to it, it's like, it's about the characters. It's about the underlying themes and, all that goodness.
Yep.
That make it so much more.
And I want a really good conversation with Casca and Guts, because with Casca being in this situation, so Korborowitz or whatever, he was the plot device by which they were sent over the cliff together. I'm so surprised he is not dead yet.
Yeah, it's like when is this guy just going to...
The reason why the Korborowitz family keeps like having kids and stuff is because they've just got luck on their side. Well,
exactly. The luck has been passed down the Korborowitz family.
Yes. Well, Griffith is fate. It has fate on his side. The Korborowitz also have an odd form of fate on their side in that they have to keep passing things down their lineage.
Generation to
generation. The only way they can do that is that they live long enough to have lots of kids.
That's right. How this guy has survived this long is a bit of
an enigma.
Bit of an enigma. It's kind of like a Murphy's Law type thing. But
it doesn't exist. That rule doesn't work for him.
Or at least it's one of those things like, hopefully it stops working.
Sure. There you go. But them bringing up this whole thing of Casca being like, it is basically like, this is what Casca has to deal with being a woman in her position. Like, she, went and had her period right as the stress of a battle, basically,
right?
And
all
also
that
Griffith's whole thing that they're brought it on probably, and of course she ended up getting sick. I'm not going to pretend to know too much about that whole business
experience.
there. Yeah, but I can just imagine that that this is not something that this is not a first time or anything for her with having it be in conjunction with the battle. This has probably happened multiple times before. But I think this one's important to bring up as being like why would she, like Guts was kind of saying, with this kind of a fever in battle, why would you do this? What is she thinking?
Right. Why wouldn't you just, tell us and say, oh, you're sick, and then you stay back or whatever.
Yeah. That's how devoted to Griffith she is. And I think that's kind of also the sadness of this whole thing, is that Griffith doesn't care how devoted you are to his dream. He wants to know that you have a dream that you're devoted to. That's not.
Yeah, because
that's your own.
Because he will be very grateful that you're helping him towards his dream, and that you're so loyal and all that stuff. But in order to see you as an equal
or a true friend,
right? A true friend, because the true friend is the equal, right? Then you have to have dreams of your own.
And I think unfortunately, she's probably been with Griffith for so long, supporting his dream, that why would she give up that for any other dream of her own?
Yeah.
Maybe in a lot of ways she gave up some of her own dreams in order to support his dream.
Possibly.
And that's the sick irony of this, is that maybe she can't go back. And it's like, well, this is my life now. I don't, like, she's trying to make herself not care. Like she's potentially looking at this and going, I know, I would love to be with Griffith and for us to, take on the world together, but he's never going to choose me, and I have to accept that.
And you're right.
I don't think she ever truly could accept that, but
right. And the idea of I'll be okay as long as I'm, fighting by his side, kind of a thing.
It's the easiest lie we tell ourselves when we really, really love someone. Yeah. And there's that bit of us that's like, I'm not selfish. Like I can be selfless in this instance. I don't want anything out of this. It's a really messed up thing. And now I don't think Griffith is any kind of manipulative, abusive pseudo boyfriend. I don't even think he and Casca have done anything like to even signify that they would have a relationship. Like I think that's probably one of the reasons why Griffith is like essentially like revered by her. It's because he's probably respected her and treated her in a lot of ways maybe like an equal.
Right.
To her, like she feels equal to Griffith
the idea
in a lot
that it's
of ways.
like, hey, whatever you choose to do is what you choose to do.
Right.
Awesome way to go for it. More power to you.
Right.
But for me in particular, if you don't have something that you're going after,
like in his head versus his actions, there's a dissonance. Like that's another thing I feel like we need to get into, but that's more of Griffith's thing. So with Guts being there, Guts is a very simple-minded individual.
That's right.
But I feel like Guts would actually make a very good listener. Like I think if he was willing to be there and just listen to her, because one, she's in pretty compromised state, and when I'm in a pretty vulnerable, compromised state, I just start rambling. Like that's just a personal flaw I have. So like,
it's not necessarily a flaw.
Well, no, it's not 100%, but it is definitely when it comes to kind of as a defense mechanism. So I am just hoping that Casca doesn't like wake up and slit his throat or something, being like, you touched what? No. Yeah. Like in a funny way. I'm imagining like some serious like, it's not like I saved you or anything, baka, like.
I don't think Guts is the kind of person to do a baka.
No, I'm being funny intentionally, but like, Guts is a good guy.
Now we're even.
Yeah. I think that might be how he sees it. You're right. He probably sees it as he owes her.
Gotcha.
Because she did this for him. And that's a great thing to bring up. Guts is doing this out of his own free will. Casca, I think, was asked to do this by Griffith. That's a very big difference there. And that's the thing. I'll bet Casca was not happy about Griffith asking her to do
we know that. Yeah. I think the first thing she did is she came up and punched him in his wound.
But that's the thing. That's the thing. Griffith actually asked her to do that.
Right. Well, and granted that no one except Griffith really gave a crap about Guts at that point.
Oh, that's true.
You know, because he was just a new guy.
That's a good point. So we have them in the tree together. Casca is naked, completely bare to Guts. He is keeping watch over her, keeping her warm, keeping her safe and secure. And in some ways, this is like the most wholesome thing about the show. Like now, this is the thing. This show has a lot of dark elements to it.
Yes.
And bringing up the whole topic of like how like Koborowitz was like, I'm going to have my entire army like rape you, like, and you'll be our prostitute and stuff. That's just some messed up stuff. But there's some messed up people out there in the world, and this is something to bring up. But I feel like amidst the whole craziness that Casca has to go through, Guts doing this, even though it's a breach of her, of
privacy,
her privacy and trust, essentially. There's something about it that's like, I don't know. It's kind of, I don't know. I feel like it is kind of wholesome. I don't know how to describe it because we know based on the way that. Look there.
Yeah.
That I have no worry in my head at all about Guts doing anything to her, any more than he's already done.
Like the way I see it, it's one of those things where like the reason you think that is because it's the idea that they don't get along.
No, they don't get along.
They don't get along at all. But the idea that when push comes to shove, they'll still look out for each other.
They'll lean on each other.
Yeah, they watch each other's backs and things like that.
But it's Guts is making this first move too. Like Casca did a really cool thing in the previous one where she was like, "Don't you care at all about like loyalty? Like what was it? Company loyalty or something like that?
Right.
Like we're a family." And she was giving that kind of stuff in words, but in action, this is a whole nother thing.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like,
yeah.
Like I don't think Griffith would, take kindly to Guts coming back and saying that Casca died and drowned in the river or something like that.
Probably not.
But I don't think Guts is doing this to, make sure that Griffith, stays liking him. I think he's doing this because it's the right thing to do.
Yeah, because he wants to keep her safe. Yeah.
And he wants to keep her safe. And on some level, I feel like he doesn't just feel like he owes her. I feel like he has some kind of a connection with her because she was one of the people that, even though she didn't like him, she was, sticking out her neck for him at
exactly.
moments here and there.
All the stuff of like
camp.
Keeping Corcus from like trying to kill him, or keeping Corcus from trying to get other people to kill him. Like little things like that where it's like, okay, we agree that we both don't like each other, and we'll just whatever. Okay, fine.
Right. It feels like they intentionally avoid spending time with each other, and now they've got forced time given to each other.
They have kind of like a non-aggression treaty,
pact.
Pact or whatever. And now it's like, now they're going to be forced to actually like just be in close proximity for potentially a while. And it's like,
so where'd you grow up? I grew up here. What was your tragic backstory? Well, my tragic backstory was this guy named Gambino. It's like, whoa, that sucks. Yeah. What was yours? Well, mine was this. Whoa. And it's just like, it just connect. Like
that's totally how it's going.
Yeah, exactly. I'm mostly kidding. Like I could see it kind of going that direction, but
sure, this would be a good spot to put in a backstory, or at least a character motivations kind of
motivations talk. Yeah, exactly. I feel like these two together have a lot of potential as friends / allies / kind of like partners.
Right.
In the same way in that they care deeply for Griffith, they can extend their kind of goal of making his dream a reality towards each other and be like, hey, let's lock arms.
Yeah, we do have some common ground.
We have
even
some
if
common
it's not
ground.
a lot.
Yeah. And that's something special. So, yeah. I hope they don't like immediately fall in love or anything weird like this. Like, I don't want any kind of weird pseudo messed up love triangle BS nonsense. That's just all I'm gonna say. I don't think that's going to happen. I really, really don't think that's going to happen. But I just had to say that just in case.
Gotcha.
So, yeah. All right, guys. This was kind of a discussion light episode.
Yeah.
Not as much big stuff. Yeah. Yeah, the battle thematically felt really powerful because Griffith was leading the army, and there was like the lightning crack. And the Susume! The Susume! So guys, like, for those of you that watched Attack on Titan, there's a commander in there that gives the most epic charge in Japanese. Susume! I think it actually means forward, right?
Or advance or something.
Forward, advance, charge, one of those two. But the point is, when Griffith did it, I was just like, oh,
you called it. I mean, granted, okay,
it made sense.
This is a military setting.
Yeah. If there was going to be a time to do it,
it would be
why
here.
not now?
Yeah.
But it just had to be later then, like,
Sure.
at a future point in the campaign.
Right, but like this episode is literally called The Battle.
Well, I didn't know it was called The Battle.
Yeah,
at
that's
that
true.
point.
That's true.
So,
yeah.
that's that. All right, guys, this is loads of fun. If you want to watch the next episode's reaction right now, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get on early access there. You can watch full-length reactions there. And all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us about stories or whatever. And if this interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.